Welcome back. All right, as promised, I said there's some special moments that I want to share with you. Now, as an interviewer, sometimes you can have a couple of tricky situations that you may need to work around. Personal lives. Now, that is a really, really dicey area to work around, and especially when it comes to celebrities. And I know this for a fact from personal experience as well. A lot of times, you don't necessarily want to share all of your personal life on camera. We were fortunate enough to have a couple of celebrities who were very open and very candid and very honest with us. Some were a little bit more nervous, and I know that before the shoot, they were, making calls, going, all right, they're asking all kinds of questions, don't know how I'm going to deal with this. The object was never, ever to attack anyone. It was never, ever to malign anyone. It was just to get to know them and to understand them a little bit better. Some were celebrities who were nervous, yet they coped really well with the questions, although you can see their expressions. Seriously memorable, memorable moments. Let's have a look. You are known as a billion ki khala. You have this fetish for cats.
Yes.
What
Animals
is this?
and cats, yes.
Cats. And your cats are quite the characters.
Yes.
Why? Why so many cats? And one, two, one understands. You have what, 6, 7 of them? Certain things have to happen in your life to bring you to that point.
How should I put it? See, there were times when I was not going to school for a year. There was severe financial problems at home. My mother was almost on a deathbed. She is, mashallah, alive. And
mashallah.
I was going through an extremely crucial and a bad patch in life.
Okay.
Yeah. That was the point. Where, there was nothing to look up to. My only strength was my writing skill, which I was depending on. And second was my faith in God. That's strong. My first should have been the faith in God that I have. See, that's how I started discovering, see, it's Him. It's all the rules that He set for us. And once you abide by all those rules, He's going to definitely reward you.
Do you abide by all His rules?
Yeah, yes I do.
All of them?
Well, not all of them. I have kind of tailored it in accordance
You've
to...
tailored His rules.
Ayeshah, you are targeting me, man. Don't target me.
Well done, because I know that that's always a struggle to kind of deal with. Please, I know about this one firsthand. Okay, now you spent a year in Paris in your younger days.
Less than a year.
Less than a year?
Yeah.
Paris, oui,
Paris.
Achha. Tell us something interesting. I mean, there must have been some French hunk. I mean, my God, Paris is like...
So no, I'm married now. I think I don't want to talk about all this.
City of romance. No.
It's never been a journey.
Okay.
But there's always been faith in a higher being.
Right.
And I felt stronger towards it when I was away from home. Distance totally helped me in believing in a higher being.
Well, best of luck in your journey.
I actually thought that I had a very good reputation in terms of work and the dates that I give, because I'm really particular about that. And if the director or the producers feel that you should be professional about the dates and you should be there when you've given the dates,
yes,
then I expect them to do the same and not change the dates on me. And
also,
sometimes...
are you the kind who likes to teach a lesson? Should they
Not
wrong
really.
you?
Slowly, when I started getting hang of it, then the shooting started.
And you won an award for that role.
I did.
My gosh.
I did.
I think the
I don't know.
Oscars equivalent, people.
Yeah, no, well, I mean, it's...
He's being very modest. He is a legend and a treasure. And I'm going to embarrass him even further. I believe there's a little Baba I used to visit every now and then.
It wasn't a Baba, Ayeshah.
Was it Bibi?
No, it wasn't a Bibi. Let's not use that word.
Being Kabacha is very difficult. And I'll tell you why.
Right.
As we were just talking in the break, Ben Kingsley ki aap ek misal le lein.
Yeah.
He did the role of Gandhi. And after he did that, he could never live that role down, and he had a really tough time finding parts to play afterwards.
True.
Now, as Kabacha, did you have a similar struggle?
Yeah, because it's very difficult in our region. Unfortunately, लोग ये समझते हैं कि इसने ये hit role कर लिया है और उसको बहुत ज़्यादा they love the role and the character and what have you. It was super hit. अब वो दूसरे रोल में उसको देखना ही नहीं चाहते.
I've got to give a disclaimer here. The news channel has got nothing to do with this. These are Faisal Shah's and Sanam's opinions.
Come after me, not DawnNews.
It's all him. It's all his fault. Him.
See, if somebody is coming from Gujranwala, small town.
I'm from Gujranwala.
You're from Gujranwala?
Yes.
But you are such...
Yes.
There you go.
My parents, immediate family.
I'm not from Gujranwala,
Yes.
and look at you. Love
Thank
it.
you.
You were Blade. You had your own Amber, I think.
Amber, yeah.
There has to have been, at some point, some cat fights between the VJs? Had to have.
No.
Ego,
Not between,
something.
no, actually not between the VJs at all.
They're very sweet. Those guys are really nice
so
people.
boring.
Yeah, they're really nice people. They were very supportive.
Okay.
Lots of other fights that
Tell
happen,
us.
you know, with other production people in higher up authorities, but nothing between our, you know.
Well, those
DJs
kind of
and
arguments, it's a very normal thing that happens
opinionated
everywhere.
argument.
All right, now I got to tell you, when we invite a couple on the show, it can go either way. It can go really, really badly and be a complete disaster, or it can go really well and you can have a completely fantastic show. We were fortunate to not have any disasters. Two couples we've had on the show, and it's interesting, they have very different chemistry, as in, you know, you can't really say that, oh, they're both couples, and they're both, no. Each of them had their own chemistry going. One of the couples was a little bit more reluctant to talk about their relationship, which is fine, fair enough, but yet, you can see there's a bit of naughtiness there. It was happening, it was definitely happening. Another one of the couples that we were speaking to, oh my God, so much in love and so all over each other. It was just so wonderful to see, because I think one thing that I loved about them was not afraid to show emotion, and it's so refreshing to see that. Well, you're going to have to stay tuned to find out. That's up next, right here, No Reservations. Me, I'm Ayeshah Alam Khan. Your most emotional moment on the show.
I know Kieran's.
I know yours.
You
Mess with me, I'll mess with you.
Well, let's be fair. You can both give it away.
Well, Kieran's was when her mother called up
On the show?
During Mother's Day,
Oh my gosh.
and they started talking about Mother's Day, and her mother started remembering her mother, and started crying, remembering her.
Kill me right now.
And this is Mary Sass is not one prone to crying, and just hearing her cry made Kieran well.
Because mummy is very the sort कि अगर someone is crying, she's like, अच्छा पानी पियो, come on, have some water, it's okay, it's okay. She's very strong.
She's a tough cookie.
And then when she was watching her show, she started missing her mother. So when I heard her cry, and she's like, I love you all, you children, and she was crying. Yeah.
Hey, behave yourself, because that is it.
Well, sometimes you have to kind of remind him, because, you know, he gets mobbed a lot in shopping malls, and
Really?
I've witnessed that. And they're like these crazy girls running after him, and then he's hiding behind bookstores, and he's looking, and he basically
Is
doesn't
that
see where
for
he's
real?
going.
Yeah, little
And you're like
kids.
standing there going, hello, way over here.
Chop liver. Your take on people who are in the media these days. It seems that anyone and everyone can be a star. It just takes 5 minutes to be on television, and before you know it, you've got an attitude, and hey, I am it, diva, whatever. Yeah, sister, you know, exactly, all of that.
I learned from her.
अरे चल.
All right, so your take on that.
I don't have you.
Talk to the hand.
Give me some tips, not on how to
Be a diva.
be a diva. Yeah, I don't like that.
You don't be very deep, and you go after what you want.
Yeah.
And word has it that you. Okay, first of all, I have to ask this. Who chased who?
I chased her.
Yes, for a long time.
Yes. A year,
Wow.
year and a half.
Now, what is so special? What is so special about her? That with all due respect,
No, I
you're a
totally
wonderful woman.
understand.
Just to get his
I
perspective,
keep wondering.
because you had a long line of women after you could have had the pick of the choice if you wanted, and yet you were you persevered, which is amazing. Why?
You know, when animals want to nestle, they look for the right part.
Animals want to nestle? Oh my God! All right.
Oh God, I hope mom's not watching this.
No, see, the thing is that what happens is in our society here, people really don't take things seriously. Girls, especially younger girls, and the ones that do take them seriously, they take it a bit too seriously. It's like, you know, okay, if I start going out with you, you have to marry me tomorrow.
Okay.
You know, so I needed the right balance. I needed the same woman, someone you know, who would want to work and who would, you know, support me, and I'd be her support, be more friends with me than
As a life companion.
Yeah.
As opposed to
being
a vampire, an energy vampire.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. You are known to be quite this outgoing bachelor, and in fact, every time one sees you, you're out with another beautiful, gorgeous woman. A different one each time. I love it. Each time.
Why were you talking in the past tense? I don't get it.
Oh, it's still happening. Fine, fair enough.
Sitting next to two beautiful women right now.
Well, there you go. No, but no comments on that?
What's wrong with that?
Nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
Absolutely nothing wrong with it. And I'm glad that you claim it. So you're claiming it.
Well, I guess, yeah.
All right. Well, so much for that. Now it is time for us to take a break. But remember, this was just a preview of what you've seen so far. I have to have my say as well, my comments, and you do not want to miss that. And I hope you've been enjoying the show, and this is a great opportunity for you in case you missed any of the episodes, because you can really catch up with us and see all the highlights and hopefully egg us on for the next season. That's coming up next, right after the break. Stay with us. You're watching No Reservations.